several years ago, my family and I were in a tornado in Hendersonville. When I say we were in it, we were in it. I was holding down my babies. My husband was on top of me. We locked eyes, and it's the moment you're like, well, we may all pass away, like right now in this moment. And
hi, and welcome to the Ordinary Brave podcast. We're so glad that you joined us today. And today I have another amazing guest that's here to talk about the Habitat for Humanity. Her name is Kasey McCarty. She's from this area. And thank you so much, Kasey, for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, tell me, before we get started talking about Habitat, just tell me a little bit about you and your life. And have you always been in this area?
Yeah, so I was born in Alabama, but I am a Cookeville local, right?
Mm-hmm.
My family is Kevin and Lisa, or my parents, Kevin and Lisa Carter, and then 4 kids. So I have an older sister, Kelly, and then a twin sister, Chrissy, and a younger brother, KJ. So if you see a lookalike and you think it's Kasey, it may be my twin, Chrissy. Mm-hmm. It happens all the time, but it's okay. We go along with it. Mm-hmm. So it's just fantastic living here in Cookeville, seeing how much it's grown from, just from when I was really little to now. And it's been a really fun journey. I moved off. And then I knew I had a calling of saying I needed to come back home, and I came back home, and it's been a fun journey thus far.
Well, Cookeville's a great place to call home. We've only lived here 10 years, but I absolutely love it, and just pray that all my children want to stay here, and that I'll have a million Parkinson grandchildren here one day. But I can't imagine how much it's changed over the years.
It has. It's changed so much.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we would just cut through and walk to the movie theater, and there was no Sam's, and then Restaurant Road has just expanded, mm-hmm. and just seeing all the fun changes. But you still have all the back home feel in regards to let's go mudding or mm-hmm. riding the 4-wheeler or getting on the horse and sports, so just keep your car unlocked if you want to, but the neighborhood feel of your neighbors, and they're going to come check on you if something's going on, and it's just a great place to raise a family, a great place to get involved. And our family raised us in regards to service and having a servant's heart. And that's why I'm just thrilled to I have 2 kids, Caden and Kennedy. So Caden Lee and Kennedy Ray. Aww. And she learned her name is a president's name. So she goes, Mommy, I'm going to be a president one day.
Oh, I love it.
And she goes, will you vote for me? And I said, you've already got my vote, sweetheart. So
yeah.
It's pretty fantastic.
Now, how old are they?
Caden is 10 and Kennedy is 7.
Mm-hmm. Those are fun ages.
It's been really fun. We're really heavily involved with, my husband is Ivan McCarty, and so we're really involved with sports and just organizations in regards to the mm-hmm. community.
Well, I first met you through the Upper Cumberland Women's Club, yes. which I'd love to give them just a little shout out right here. I'm just learning about their organization, but I was so just, I don't know, the word is just maybe in awe when I went to their luncheon, because there's just nothing like a group of women that are coming together, supporting each other, mm-hmm. encouraging one another. I love their heart for service. As you mentioned, that's your heart, but that organization, their heart is really just to help other people. So you should check them out if you're a woman in the Upper Cumberland.
I have to agree. I went through, and I'm still going through this stage, but I wanted to find connection. I wanted to find a group of women that I felt I have always, my dad is my mentor, my supporter. I always mm-hmm. look to him, and I connect a lot with the men. I always had best friends as guys, and I was like, I need some women that mm-hmm. I need to hang out with and connect with on a professional level and a friendship level, and came across that group and learned that it's just a strong group of women that only want to uplift you, and they share amazing suggestions and feedback and support one another mm-hmm. in regards to blessings and giving back. So if you haven't experienced an event, I highly recommend it, and the connection is just fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Well, there was a lady there who just said she was like in the middle of a job search, and immediately you just saw women like, what are you looking for? How can I help you? And I just think that's great.
It really is.
I guess if people want to know more about that club, I know it's got a Facebook page.
Facebook, Upper Cumberland Women's Club.
Okay. So check it out. It's not much to join, and there's luncheons like every other month.
It's like quarterly. Right? They have quarterly luncheon events. So in regards to the time commitment, it doesn't take much time, and you get a lot in return from that. And then they also have social events as well.
Well, I didn't mean to get off on that, but I was like, hey, we met there, and I just thought it was an amazing experience. So I want other women to try it out too. Well, let's get down to Habitat.
Yes.
Like, what has drawn your heart to get involved in that organization?
And I may get emotional here,
That's okay.
So what drew me to Habitat is purpose. So several years ago, my family and I were in a tornado in Hendersonville, and when I say we were in it, Like, I was holding down my babies. My husband was on top of me, and I was pinning them down for dear life. I looked death in the eye, and I made that connection with my husband, and we locked eyes. And it's the moment you're like, well, we may all pass away, like right now in this moment. And I turned and I just watched this tornado rip through. It was a place called Big Play. We were there for a social event for my husband's work, and we were enjoying go-karts and arcade games and laughing. And I won't ever forget this because it's just just sewn into my memory. And now I'm just like a huge advocate of when I have a chance to tell my story, I will always tell it. And I just praise God that it was a miracle. There were over, 200 plus people in this building, and the alert went off and it said, seek shelter immediately. And there was a tornado sighting and it had touched down. And I was looking around and I looked at my husband. I was so shaking and in awe of no one's doing anything. There was a child blowing out birthday candles, and people were still unwrapping gifts and laughing, which is great. However, the one thing I learned, my mom and I went out when the tornado hit here in Putnam County. We went out to serve to help with the destruction and cleanup with Salvation Army. And the one thing I remembered and recalled was I didn't take it very seriously, and it impacted our community in such a negative way, in a sad way, that I felt I learned a lesson in regards to you think things may never happen to you, but it could, right? And so you want to question yourself in regards to action, like what actions are you going to take? Well, I remember the alert, and for some reason, instead of going off, my phone just did a screenshot on it. And I was like, we're just standing here. Everybody's standing here. No one's taking shelter. And my husband could tell Kasey's going in management mode. I come from a retail background. And then at the time I was working with operations and management for healthcare and podiatry. So then a healthcare background. And he's like, go do your thing, because he knew what I was about to do. And he's like, go speak with management. And so I went and spoke with management. I said, what is your safety protocol? I said, you don't understand. I said, we're from Cookville. I said, you all need to have a protocol to gather everyone, and we all need to get to safety. And of course, they probably thought I was just going a little over the top. And sure enough, they gathered everyone. And within just a few seconds, it ripped through the building. And going through that entire experience, having kind of some PTSD when it comes to bad weather, and my children, Caden, he was scared.
Yeah.
And I said, Bubba, what do we do when we're scared? And he goes, well, Mommy, we pray. And I won't ever forget, we sat down and we prayed, and he prayed for the safety of the people in that building and for all of us to walk out okay and unharmed. And we did. And it was a miracle. It truly was a miracle. And the building was total destruction. They didn't rebuild. And after that moment, it really pushed me forward to pursue a position of purpose and impact. And I prayed. And I had already been praying really, really hard for something where I wanted to utilize my skill set of connection and sorry, I'm like,
That's okay.
just connection and, identifying growth and building relationships and how we can work in different capacities, but to do better, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't know what does that mean? Does it mean owning my own business? Does it mean, what am I looking for? What am I searching for? And for the longest time I felt lost. Right? So I was praying for purpose. I was praying for meaning and impact. And then we went through that experience with the tornado, and then it was like in overdrive. I mean, I was really like, please, like, where do you need me to serve? It's not what do I want? It's what can I do for you? And I want to be an advocate for you. Meaning, Christ and Father. Like, how can I, spread the Lord but not through the word, but through my own actions. And sure enough, the doors open and there was a position for the Director of Development with Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity. And I applied for it. And in addition to that, I had friends and relationships that gave just strong recommendations of saying, you need to hire Kasey. Like, this is the great role for Kasey. And it was so encouraging because I was like, is this a route I'm supposed to take? And I'm so blessed and I'm so thankful for Jeremy that he's our executive director, and the team is amazing. But I've never worked in nonprofit before, ever. I come from a corporate and then family-owned background, all operational, and he just took a faith in me, and from then on, I've just been like a sponge. Like, what can I learn? And then also utilizing the skills I have to like, what can we do to be better stewards for Habitat and for our community? So I'm thrilled to be there. It's my role as the Director of Development. It's donor connection, it's fundraising, it's events, it's creativity, it's process oriented. So again, it's just like building all those relationships, but it's impact because it's about affordable housing. Like, that's our mission. And I have to give a huge credit to Kevin. He's our Director of Construction, and all the volunteers and the teams that are building homes and making an impact and affordable options for families to have a safe and affordable environment and a strong connection, such as how I value my family and my home. I built the home, or not built the home, but I bought the home that I grew up in. So home is everything to me, but also family. So it's just, again, it's purpose. And I'm so thankful to be at Habitat for that.
Well, I grew up in South Carolina, but I had a young lady that I mentored when she was younger, like in high school. But then later on, she became a single mom, and Habitat actually built her and her daughter a home, and I got to watch that whole journey for them. And of course, she posted a lot about it and talked so much, and I mean, it just blessed my heart. Because actually, when I was younger, I served on like work crews and construction crews helping with Habitat. So I was on the other side of it, like if my youth group served or, just doing different things, and then get to watch her benefit from somebody else's service and love. And then, of course, moving here, you can't help, cooking on the square and all those things, hear about Habitat. So how many homes have y'all been able to
for the Upper Cumberland? So we serve the Upper Cumberland, which is Overton, Putnam, White County, and also DeKalb County. So we are on our 95th and 96th home, which is fantastic. Yes. We are.
I mean, you think that's like that many families are impacted,
right? It's truly amazing. We are building right now in Overton County, and the family just goes above and beyond, and their children are just amazing, and the journey that you get to see, like you get to witness the before and the journey along, and then the aftermath, and the just changing the trajectory of what was and what is their goals, what the goals they're setting, for the future. And then we'll be building in DeKalb County. So it's busy. I mean, we've got, we want to build a lot, but in order to build a lot, we have to raise a lot of funds for that too.
And that's where you come in,
yes.
With your job. So we mentioned Cooking on the Square. What other fundraising events are out there?
So on July the 4th, we have our Fiddler 5K. which is going to be a 5K, and then we have the chili cook-off. We have in Overton County the Dream Builders Luncheon. So we've already had our Dream Builders Luncheon here in Putnam, but then we also have a new event, and this one's going to be they're all really fun, but they just kind of connect or can just connect with you in different levels or different ways. But the Great Gingerbread House Build Off, and that's going to be December 6th at the Restore, and I'm so excited about it. We have the Royal Icing Architects, where you can have a team that comes in the Restore and build a gingerbread house, or you can register and have, like, you and your son can be a holiday home builder and build a gingerbread house at home and bring it in to be judged for a prize.
That's exciting.
Yes.
That's going to be so fun.
It really is. And on top of that, it's not just like these gingerbread houses that are going to be built and like in the Restore and off-site and coming in to be displayed, but it's also like an event that's ticket-based. So of course, any of the funding through sponsorship or the tickets will be going towards the mission, but we're going to have like sponsorships that are available to help fund this, but an elf station, so you can decorate cookies or build an ornament, and then of course take pictures with Santa. Who knows, maybe Buddy the elf will show up as well.
Do you know what date that's going to be?
December the 6th. So it is on a Sunday, but it's later in the afternoon, and a lot of more details will come in regards to that.
That's exciting. So if people want to be looking for that, do they go to social media?
Yes, please go to social media, follow us, on Instagram or Facebook, and then you can always visit our website, which is uchabitat.org, and we will constantly and subscribe to our newsletter, because whether it's events that are upcoming, such as Cooking on the Square, or if it's the critical repair programs that are going to be opening up in August, and you want to submit an application for that, there's always just key communications that will be communicated, and you want to stay up to date. So feel free to subscribe or follow us, and you'll see the information.
So we talked a little bit about fundraising, and we obviously know that most ministries or organizations that are serving people, they really do need help financially to make things happen. But do you all need volunteers for like physical labor and work crews?
I would say we need everything. And that comes from time, whether you want to volunteer on the construction site, whether you want to help in the pottery studio, or if you want to help on an event. And in addition to donations, it's more about what fits, for you. Like, how do you want to serve? Because within our affiliate, there's so many different ways and different capacities of how you can connect with our mission. And that's where you can connect with Mallory. She's our volunteer coordinator. And we really want to just connect with you and build that relationship. And the genuine relationship, it's not necessarily about what we need, because there's so much need. It's more about how do you want to serve and how do you want to connect? Is it through a committee? Is it through a specific county? Is it through an event? Is it through donations? Is it monthly giving? Is it knowing where your monthly giving, what is it going towards? So we just want to connect with you, and we encourage you just to, pick up the phone. I love to connect. I love to talk. So you can always give me a call, and I'll chat with you, and we can find the right home or right fit for you.
So what type of families does Habitat serve?
A lot of people, I think, have a misconception that a home is just given away, but we serve, it's open. There is no just a set, like a single mom, or just a single individual. The homeowner, there is a committee, there's an application process and a committee that will go through all the applicants, and Marin is our director of homeowner services. And so we just did a process for Putnam County where a lot of applicants went through it, and it ranges. Everyone is different in regards to their credit score, in regards to are you employed? Do you have a job? Because I think there is a misconception where people may think, oh, we give the home away and you're not working. No, that's not the case. Like, we're giving you the tools to succeed, and we just want to help you give a hand up. So it is a fantastic partnership in regards to, I say, the habitat and the homeowner. So it's a wide variety, and I'm thankful for the relationships that we get to connect and build with those habitat homeowners.
That's awesome. Well, like I said, I've been able to firsthand see a family completely impacted, of course, and getting to volunteer in other ways, but then just seeing my sweet friend that was a single mom, just be able to be blessed in that way. It really is an amazing organization. And you mentioned the Restore about hosting the gingerbread competition, but I just think it's important for people to know that the Restore is here.
Yes.
Where is it located?
It's right up. You would think I would know this.
I know how to drive to it. I was thinking too. I was like, what is the name of that road? I can drive to it.
I was about to say, I'm the person that will be like, that big tree with the blue roof next to it, but
Yes.
it is right off of. I can tell you where the administrative office is, but in regards to the Restore, it's right off Jefferson. It's where Big R is, and then LH Liquidation. It's I think it used to be Bargain Hut, but it's changed a couple times. But Crystal's like in that whole area, but for if you've never visited the Restore, and if you don't know what the Restore is, bring your donations in. I encourage everyone just to go through your home and purge. Like, we all have items that we may not need. Or what if you're having a garage sale and those items that just didn't sell, bring them to the Restore. We will take those donations, and then we sell them back into the community. And then when they are purchased, those funds go back into the mission for Habitat of helping build and provide affordable housing. So it helps support building a home.
Now, you mentioned those donations. So this is more like housewares, like furniture,
Couches,
decorations,
furniture, homes, home decor. You can go in there. I just the other day, Katie, our marketing coordinator, her and I were in the Restore, and we were walking around asking people, like, what is the most unique find that you've experienced at the Restore? And I'm like, oh, what has mine been? And I have to say, it is our couch. It's this huge, long, just gray leather couch, and I love it. My family loves it. Everyone has claimed a spot on the couch that's my spot, so you have to get out of it. And the best part is you can find amazing deals. Sometimes maybe it is you may consider maybe it's priced too high for the item, but okay, it's also going towards a mission.
A great cause, yeah.
A great cause. So keep that in mind. Other times you may look at it and be like, that is a fantastic deal, and I just got a huge bargain on it. So it's really wonderful. We have a mural that was painted by Melinda Poston, and I think it just captures the essence of the spirit of Habitat. It has the Restore truck where we will go and do pickup for donations. It has some Habitat homes that have been built, and then it also has an airplane that says I said speak with my hands, but it says thank you to our sponsors, because we could not build a home if it wasn't for our community. And man, do we have a fantastic community. And that's it lights a fire in me, and I get so passionate. I get so energized when I just think about the individual donor, when I think about a volunteer, when I think about a business, and just the people that we have in the Upper Cumberland that come together for a purpose, and we're so blessed for that.
We really are. We have a great community that really loves on each other. I'm so thankful for that.
Yes.
Well, and then, of course, won't be long, we'll have Cooking on the Square in the fall.
And this year is 30 years.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be a big one. So I cannot wait until when the committee comes together, and I have to give a lot of recognition to Amanda and the team, the whole team. They do a lot of work behind the scenes, Amanda and Ashley, but it will be really interesting to see what we all have in store for the 30 years for Cooking on the Square.
That's exciting. It's probably one of my favorite community events. It's in the top top 3 for
I
sure.
appreciate that.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's just so fun, and it's just the streets are just covered with everybody, and of course the food is excellent. So,
Yes.
You can go straight to my heart with food. So, but man, it's such a great event.
I think it like kind of just sparks off like the holiday spirit of the themes and the connection and just the fall weather and then the food. It's just the energy. I like it all. The bowls.
Yes.
It's really fun. If you haven't ever been to Cooking on the Square, I really encourage you to get a ticket and pick out a bowl. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And it goes to a fantastic cause.
Right. And you get to eat yummy food and see all your friends while you're there. So it's like I said, it's probably in my top 3 favorite community events. So it's great. Now you mentioned the house in Overton.
Yes.
Are y'all needing volunteers or workers there?
So we will need. I encourage people to help with sponsored build days. So what is a sponsored build days is you provide funding, but you get to experience all hands on deck from maybe at 9 to 2. We provide lunch and your team gets to come out and help the crew build. So it's a really hands-on experience, but also you help with funding as well. And you're building, you're getting in there, you're getting really active, and you're helping us with that structure of the process. One thing that's really exciting is when we do dedications and ceremonies. I think that's one that really speaks to my heart, is when you get to do blessings over the home and you get to write scripture, or maybe that's not your thing. Maybe you just want to come and be a part of the journey and observe it and experience, and that's open invite too. But again, just follow along, because we'll make announcements of when we do that, and you're more than welcome to come.
Well, thank you so much for being here and just sharing about Habitat. And you are just infectious with joy.
Thank
and you can just tell your heart cares about the community, and I just appreciate that so much. So thank you.
Thank you for having me. And I just encourage, whether it's through Habitat or we have so many other nonprofits, serve, because when you serve for others, your cup just overflows with joy, and then thus in return your heart's gonna be on fire for just joy, and you're gonna really be happy. So
I agree.
Thank you.
I agree. Well, thank you again.
Have a good one.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today on this episode of The Ordinary Brave. And we just encourage you to get involved. Look up the information. Like she said, subscribe to the newsletter. Get on their website. Go to the social media. And come to the events for sure. Or maybe you actually want to get your hands dirty and go out there and serve and build. I know they welcome you. And she's right. When we serve, we are serving others, but it also impacts us personally. So I just want to encourage you to take that step. Have a great day.